Hey, are you ready to know the direction of the day for the world's most traded pair, the Euro USD? Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday morning. It is exactly 8:30 a.m. right here in my hometown. If you're using the New York time, it is exactly 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So every Monday to Friday, I always jump onto these live streams to basically share what I believe is the direction of the day on the Euro USD. And I use my 50% win rate strategy to basically determine the direction of the day on the Euro USD. Now, if you do not know, my name is Gani and this is Dominate Online. Here, we talk everything financial markets. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining me this beautiful morning. Yes, we are going to be diving right into, the meat and potato. But before we even do that, this is one thing I would like to tell you guys. If you are out there and you're still unprofitable, this is one advice I would like to give you guys. Please try and trade less. When it comes to trading, they say that less is more, and this is very, very true, guys. Take less trades. If you've been taking, let's say, more than one trade a day, guys, stick to one trade. This is going to save you a great deal. Just trade once a day. So if you can be able to move your strategy, or craft your strategy to at least give you only one setup a day, please try and stick to this, because the more you trade, the more actually your psychology is affected, because you find yourself maybe losing a trade and then find yourself in a scenario where you're going to revenge trade. So for you to actually avoid this, try and lessen those trades that you take per day. So try and take less trades. This way you'll be able to turn profitable. This is like a hack, guys. Try and take less trades within the day. So the less trades or the lesser trades you take in a day, the better your performance is going to be. So basically, this is my word of advice to you. Hope you take it, because it really works. Thank you, guys. Thank you for whoever is joining right now. Thank you. Now, I was telling you that my strategy, it is a 50% win rate strategy, and it gives me a 1 to 4 risk to reward. So that's the type of strategy that I trade, and I've traded this particular strategy for more than a year now. Yes, guys, I've traded this particular strategy for more than a year, and it is a very profitable strategy. I love how the kinds of results it's given me, and within just a bit, I'm going to be jumping into my data to basically share with you or show you exactly how this particular strategy has been performing in that over 1 year period. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. In just a bit, I'll be sharing my screen. I hope you guys are able to see what I'll be seeing on my end. Okay, so boom, right there, you should be able to see my screen. So as I've been telling you guys, this is a 50% win rate strategy, and I've used this particular strategy for more than a year now. So you should be able to see my screen right there. Okay, so these kinds of results that have been collecting over this period of 1 year. It is over a year that I've traded this particular strategy. So you can see right here under my monthly comments, clearly you can see that I've been green all the way through. So you can see right there, I've been having green months all the way through, guys. So this is a period of over a year now that I've traded this particular strategy with over 100 trades. They're roughly about 120 something trades. So then when I look at my monthly percentage profits, you can see this is what I have right here. So for the month of May last year, I had a 5%, June I had a 6%, July I had a 7%, and then August I had a 1%. So basically, this is the type of strategy that I trade. You can clearly see that I'm profitable each and every month, guys. So when I scroll down to show you more, so you can see September I had a 5%, October I had a 23%, January I had an 18%, February I had a 4%, March I had a 7%. April has so far been my best year, my best month, and I had a 25%. And then when we scroll further, May, the month of May, I actually had a 12%. Then June, I had a 5%. And July, I had an 11%. So if you clear, this is a very profitable strategy. Even if those gains are not crazy gains, there's so many gurus, influencers on here on social media, maybe TikTok or Facebook or even YouTube here. They try to tell you that if you buy into my course, I'll show you a strategy that will give you a 50%, it will give you a 50% in profits every single month, or 100%. Guys, I'm telling you, do not fall for these guys, because many of them, they just want to sell you something, and then once you buy into their course or mentorship, they will be leaving you without what they promised you, guys. So do not fall for these guys. I'm giving you this right here for free, and I'm telling you it is a very profitable strategy. So if you've been looking for a strategy to trade, definitely this could be one of those strategies that you consider to actually add into your trading repertoire. So this is a very profitable strategy. All you need to do is stick with me here, stay here, watch through this live stream, because I'm going to be sharing everything about this particular strategy. I'll be sharing everything about this strategy for free, guys. So this is the strategy. Hope you guys find it very, very good for you, because it is a very simple strategy. It does not need anything like maybe high time frame. There are so many strategies out there that require you to maybe look at a very high time frame and then work yourself down to maybe a lower time frame for you to make my entry. I only use 2 time frames. Okay, I could say 3, because I look at the previous day's candle, and then I basically drop down to the 1 hour to basically see what the price action was for that previous day, and then it's from that price action that I'm able to determine my entry or the movement of price for this current day. So that's the type of strategy that I trade, and I'm sure that if you trade the same way, you'll be able to turn profitable just the way you've seen those results, guys. So for me, before I even jump onto the charts, there are some kinds of routines that I go through on a daily basis. And personally, I'm a purely technical trader, but I also like to check what exactly the fundamental side of trading is saying for that particular day. And the website I like to use for this is this particular website right here. It's called Bloomberg.com. It is a website that basically shares the major talking points on a particular currency or particular currency pairs. So when you look at my screen here, this is the website. It's called Bloomberg.com, and basically for you to get to a page where it shows you the news about your particular pair that you trade. For me, I trade the EURUSD. So all you need to do is come under currency, under markets. You come to this markets tab right here, and then once you're there, you go to currencies, and then from there you are able to basically click and check out that particular currency that you're trading. So for me, I trade this particular pair, which is the Euro USD. So I basically check out what they're saying on the Euro USD. So right there, I'm able to see the kind of related news they have on that particular pair. Basically, I only trade this particular pair. So you can clearly see that among the related news they do have, you can see the route what a short, strange trip it's been. Then stable coins have bank runs. Commerce has largest war chests in decades. So basically, here what I always look out for is major news, guys. If it's nothing major, then I'm not concerned. So you can clearly see here they say the White House's Dalip cinch on where economics meets national security. So that's nothing really major. Let's scroll through Nigeria to sell domestic dollar bond. Gamblers are dumping stocks to bet on sports. Okay. Heinz ketchup is being challenged by climate change. Okay, so there's really nothing major here on both the United States dollar and also the euro. You can clearly see that there's nothing major here when you basically dive deep into these two currencies. So if there's nothing major, then I'm not concerned. So once I'm done checking out this particular website, the other website I'd like to look at is this right here, which is forexfactory.com. So on here, I basically go to the economic calendar to see exactly if there will be any news dropping. I filtered this out to only show me the major news or those red folder news events. So basically, I'm able to see, for example, usually my local time, it's usually at 3:30 that these main news events. For example, yesterday we had retail sales. That was at 3:30 my local time. Or if you're using New York time, that's 8:30 in the morning. So basically, I was able to filter this out to only show me these red folder news events. So today, the 16th of August, 2023, there's nothing major. There's no red folder news event on the euro or the United States dollar because I filtered out only the pair that I do trade. So there's nothing major here. So I'll be not concerned. I will not be concerned about any of this fundamental side. So once I'm done checking these out, then this is when I jump onto the chart. So this is what we have on the chart for today. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. This is it. So for me, or for this particular strategy that I'm telling you guys about, the strategy that I trade, it is a strategy that utilizes the previous day's candle. I like to see how that candle opened, how the candle formed its high, how it formed its low, and finally how it closed. So this is yesterday's price action right here. You can see that from yesterday, this is what we had. Price opened from around here, then it formed this as its high right there. The high was right there at 1.0. It is 1.10158. That was yesterday's high. And then yesterday's low was this right here at 1.09497. That was yesterday's low. And then finally, price closed at around here at 1.09712. So that was the price close from yesterday. So usually on this previous day's price action, price always likes to leave what I call an area of interest. An area of interest, I define this as either an order block or maybe, a fair value gap that was left, or maybe this could be an equal high or equal low that was left from the previous day. So these are the areas of interest, and price always likes to, tap back into these areas, at least take out some of the liquidity that could be resting, around those areas. And then once a price has tapped into these areas of interest, then this is when price, rallies to the other side. So basically, this is the strategy. It is as simple as that. My analysis, I do it right here on the 1 hour time frame. And then when it comes to entry, I make my entries on the 5-minute time frame. So basically, this is how simple this strategy is. So if you've been looking for a strategy to trade, definitely this is one of those very simple strategies to trade, guys. So basically, this is what we have in terms of yesterday's price action. It was very bearish. You can see we had a consolidation around here, price consolidated, and then when the retail sales news event dropped, you can see the catalyst. It drove price all the way down here during the retail sales news drop. So basically, this was yesterday's price action. So what am I looking at as my areas of interest? There's an order block right here. There's so many stops resting above here. So what does that mean? Price will actually come, take out. This is what I expect price to do. So from yesterday, let me try and zoom in a bit on this. Let me try to zoom this in. So this is what I expect. I expect price to basically come because this is an area of interest. I'm only concerned about the previous day's candle or the previous day's price action. So I expect price to basically come, take out any stops resting above here. So this is what I would expect price to do for today. I would expect price to come, take out any it has taken them out, it rallies to the downside. So this is one thing I expect price to do. If price doesn't do this, another thing I would expect price to do. So below here, you can clearly see that there was this fair value gap that was formed right here. So there's this bullish fair value gap right here. So price also likes to, because it wasn't fully closed, that fair value gap has not yet fully been closed. So this is what I would expect. Price to basically come, tap into that fair value gap as maybe it closes it. Let me try and stretch this out. Try and zoom in. Okay, so yeah, so the other thing I expect price to do is basically come, tap into that fair value gap upside up there. So these are the two scenarios I'll be looking at for this particular day, the 16th of August 2024. I would either expect price, to take out this and then comes down, or takes out this Asian low right here. And then since this Asian low coincides with this fair value gap, basically price takes it out as it closes this fair value gap, and then once it has done that, it rallies to the upside. So what am I exactly saying? So right there, you can see the analysis. I've done it on the 1 hour time frame, but then when it comes to entry, so once price gets to this particular level or this particular level right here, I actually drop down to the 5-minute time frame to basically look for an entry. So how I enter, I basically enter on what I call an inversion fair value gap. So once an inversion fair value gap has formed, this is when I take my entry. And if you do not know what an inversion fair value gap is, this is when price basically covers what was previously existing as a fair value gap. So once price inverses that fair value gap, then this is when I'm looking to actually make or take my entry. And usually once I enter, personally, I use 10 pips as my stop loss. And when it comes to the take profit, I always use 30 pips as my take profit. But I always squeeze this to at least give me a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio to basically make some extra profits from the market. So basically, this is how I trade, and this is what I'll be looking out for today. So if price doesn't get to these levels today, then I'm not entering or I'm not making any entries today. So if price doesn't get to those levels, I'm not trading, guys. this is these are the kinds of rules you need to set yourself, guys, if you want to stay profitable in these markets. If you do not do this, you'll always be, jumping from strategy to strategy. Yet, this is something very simple. Just set yourself rules. So for me, if price actually doesn't get to these levels, at least between 9 a.m. my local time up to about 3:29 p.m. my local time, then I'm not making any entries that day. So basically, these are rules I set myself, and I abide by these rules. I always stay true to my rules that I set because it is me who set them. Then why break rules that I set for myself? So you need to have that kind of discipline. If you do not have this kind of discipline, then you will not turn profitable, guys. So try and set yourself some rules that you're going to be following religiously. So if you do not do this, definitely you will not be able to turn profitable in these markets, guys. So these are the key levels that I'm looking at. Level number one is this right here, 1.09708. I'll be waiting for price to get to this level. Once it gets to that level, then I'm looking for actually taking a trade in the opposite direction. Or the other level I'll be looking at is this right here at 1.10156. So once price gets to this level, then I'll be looking to actually take a trade in the other opposite direction. So these are the two levels. So either one or the other is what I'll be waiting for price to actually get to. Once price gets to those levels or to any of those levels, this is when I'll be looking to actually take my trade, because I know that these are areas of interest that price would ideally, come to. Once it gets to those levels, then I'm looking to actually take a trade. So this is it for now. In case you have any questions for me, please head over to the comments section. Leave those comments right there. I'll be gladly answering you back. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. And also remember that as you trade today, please always manage your risk right. If you do not manage your risk right, you will not turn profitable in these markets. Try and risk manage well. If it means you are using one lot, let it be one lot. If it means using two lots, use two lots. If it means using half a lot, use half a lot. If it means 5 lots, 10 lots, depending on your account size, you should be able to, determine exactly the number of lots or the size that you should put on that particular trade. So thank you guys for watching. I wish you a very good trading day. Catch you tomorrow, same time, right here. I'm sorry, not tomorrow, but on Monday. Catch you same time, right here on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great trading day.